Hey everybody, welcome back to Be Better on Purpose with Dr. Darryl L. Jones. Thank you so much for tuning in to Be Better on Purpose with Dr. Darryl L. Jones. And if you are new to the videos, hit the subscribe button for me. And thank you to all of those who are already subscribed. Let me encourage you to continue to share these videos with your family and with your friends, and let everybody know that we all can be better on purpose. Today's video is about ladies. You already know what men want. But if you don't, I will tell you. For a long time, I have refrained from talking openly and publicly about women and men and the relationships and what we all desire. But however, sometimes circumstances may dictate responses we thought that we wouldn't share. As a man, in particular, an African American man who practiced living my Christian faith and leading and teaching through ministry the joy and the purpose of relationships. As a happily married man with daughters, sisters, aunts, nieces, cousins, and a few female friends, I feel obligated to share this information. I'm asked often, where are the good men? As a matter of fact, some just ask, where are the men? Not good, because some believe they can make a man good, which I will address at another time. So, to my topic, ladies, you know what men want. If not, I will tell you. What I'm about to say shouldn't surprise you, because many people have said some or most of what I would say. You watch TV shows about men, you read books learning about men, you sit around with your friends discussing men. As a matter of fact, you knew from an early age that you had something that men wanted. It could have started at a very early age for you too, as your body started to develop. From the stares of your friends, brothers, and or dads, maybe a neighborhood or a family friend. It could have even been someone at a church that you attend or at the school that you attended growing up that made you realize that there was something about you that men wanted. You would think to yourself, what do he want? You may have wondered why he always acknowledges and or wants to talk to you. You may have surmised maybe nothing but just chit-chat, a small conversation. He may be a man who has a good job, appears to be intelligent, and make good money. But I've learned through being a man myself and the life experiences and stories of men I either knew or been told about from others. When a single man approaches you, he has a plan. And the main plan is to sleep with you or to find out what it takes to sleep with you. Here's a generalization, but in my experience, women love to sit and talk for no apparent reason but to talk. But we men, we're just not cut out to chit-chat for the sake of chit-chat. We don't have time for it. Really, we as men are very simple people. If we like what we see, we're coming over there and we're going to talk. If we don't want anything from you, we are not coming over there at all. Period. Point blank. I want you to pay attention. The very next time you find yourself in an environment or situation and a man steps and approaches you. A man, and I'm talking about single men, a man always wants something. Always. And when it comes to women, that plan is always to find out two things. If you're willing to sleep with him, and if you are, how much would it cost to get you to sleep with him? And I'm not talking about how much money he would have to pay you, but what's the cost? That's most men purpose in the club. That's most men purposes in the lunchroom, at the break room, in your office. That's what men are up to when he skips past all those seats at the church and inside the church and sits down in the pew right next to you. If a man sees you and asks you how you are doing, what do you think, and why do you think he came over there to ask you that? He didn't come over to learn anything from you, to find out about what your interests are, or what you like, or the wants and desires you have. That's what women do when they're interested in getting to know a man or know someone in general. For men, it's really not that complicated. Men like what they see. They'll come across from the other side of the room, and now they're going to go over to where you are to try to get what it is they want. Men don't care anything about your personality initially, or what you do for a living. Men don't care about your friends. None of that matters. And whether you know Jesus is irrelevant at the time to men when they are approaching you. Men just want to know if they're able to sleep with you, and men will talk to you to determine exactly how much he has to invest to get what he wants. And when I say invest, I'm not talking about solely monetary values. I'm talking about your values, your requirements. Men are trying to see if your price is too high, or if they can afford, or if you can get it on credit, whether it's now or sometimes in the near future. So women, ladies, if you don't lay out any requirements, then you are free, and the game is on for many men. Men know that they can get you to the bed with minimal effort, but if you tell them up front that you have requirements, that you have needs of his time, that you have need of his respect, if you have need of his attention, then men know that you're expensive, that he's going to need to put in some work if he wants to get what some men call the undefeated. For some men, that cost may be too high. They're just looking for a good time and have no interest in investing time and respect and a commitment. And hopefully you can figure that out or pick that up quick so you won't be wasting your time. Some men can assess right away that they're going to have to go over to you 2 or 3 times a week to your home. They're going to have to spend gas in their car. They got to realize that they're going to have to call you and text you. And they also realize that this price might be out of their range. Some men might think that your sticker price may be affordable. And I don't want to make it seem like that this is a purchase, but this is useful information that our women need to know. Because when men approach you, you can cut through all the bull, what the Bible calls dung. And if you don't know what dung means, I'm not going to tell you, but look it up. But you can cut through all the bull dung. And you're a smart woman, so I'm pretty sure you have an idea what dung means now. Lay down your requirements right away when men come to you. And determine right away whether this man is willing to pay for what it is he's looking for. You already know what men want. It's no secret now. And it probably wasn't a secret anyway. But you can act accordingly. When you are not aware that all men have plans, you are not placing requirement on him. And if you are not setting any ground rules, then men will essentially be thinking that you are open to any rules that he might have planned. Basically, what you are saying is you don't care how often he calls you. You don't care how often he comes by, how often you all talk or text, and whether he opens the car door for you when you're going places. This means that he'll call you whenever he gets ready, and he won't be opening any car doors for you. And even though you have asked him to be there at 7, he won't show up until around 8 or 9 o'clock. All because you didn't acknowledge that a man always have a plan, and you have to act accordingly. And it's not a one-size-fits-all. And I would be remiss if I said all men thought like that. But there's enough men who do that you need to be made aware of. And I hope and truly believe that you already knew this, but in case you didn't, I feel like this is a great time to share it. When men come over to see ladies and women, especially young women and young ladies, and there's a father, older person, be it a brother or uncle living in the household, men are different because we try to be on a better behavior then. And not that we want to act up or act bad or anything like that, but we like to think that if there's not another man around, women might not know our initial or true purpose. You know, I'm amazed how a lot of times when a lady has a young man coming to see her or visit her, and she has a dad or someone in the house, because she know that the dad or uncle or brother is going to ask questions, and it's going to be nervous for the man that she's seeing. So ladies, you know what men want. And it's simple. Men want one thing, and they want to know, can they sleep with you? And they would do all kind of things to get to it based on if they think it's something they really want and how bad they want it. You know, I'm amazed how there are a lot of times women would ask other women, you know, what is it about men? And they would ask about the men that other women are dating. But in the Bible, there's a story about Naomi and Ruth. And Ruth is a young woman who had just lost her husband, who was Naomi's son. And Naomi begins to coach Ruth on how to secure the affection of a man named Boaz. Many women say that they are looking for a Boaz man. And these are women who are basically, they have been brought up and raised in the church, know enough Bible to have heard the story of Naomi and Ruth and Boaz. But let me share this with you. If you're trying to get a Boaz in your life, you need a Naomi in your life. You need a woman or a lady who is mature enough to tell you how to attract a Boaz. And once she tells you how to attract the Boaz, you must be willing to do what it takes to get that Boaz type of man. Now, let me share this with you and say this with you also. Try to avoid talking to women who seems angry at men. Try to avoid talking to women who seems and appear as though they never had a man or never desire a man or don't know how to have a relationship with men. Find women who are happy in relationship with men, or better yet, happy with themselves and joyful with themselves. Because those are the type of women that you want to get advice from. And talk to some honest men. Talk to some married men. And talk to some older men, father type figures, uncle type figures, or big brothers. And ask them to be honest with you. And when they tell you the hard truth, believe it and act accordingly. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave comments, share it with your family and friends. Well, until we're together again, be better on purpose with Dr. Darryl L. Jones.